You don't want to switch.
You can switch things. How do you?
Oh, that little button right there, the orange one. Just tap it. There you go. And it's off.
You think that little magnet that I got on the wheel would trigger your reed switch and you'd be good to go? Or already have the magnet on there.
The idea.
Oh, you want to use your magnet because you want to take it to the
Well,
gas.
no, it doesn't matter, but well, they're in there. But the idea is the bigger it is, the longer it triggers.
Well, and what difference does that make?
I'm sure with these discs, these are pretty beefy.
Why do we want it to trigger longer?
Because it helps the bounce, it helps the counter, it triggers it longer.
Oh.
See, I was going to put mine on the side.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't care. How are you going to mount your reed?
And the closer it is, the longer it is too.
Right, because it's,
But,
how are you going to mount your little pin thingy? Hey, we're back. Yeah, we're back, guys. Hello, everybody.
I don't know yet. I was going to put it on a metal bar that attaches to their machine. For now, I'm just going to, whatever, tape it on it, whatever I need.
Mask and tape it to your 2x4 there, or
whatever it takes. But, so I need to make sure it's the right way. Richard, there are frogs in here too, you know.
Frogs in here? Dang, I heard one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, still busy marking assignment. R&R. Where R&R, yeah, Russ and Richard and Russ.
R&R.
You've heard of the B&O Railroad? Well, we're the R&R Railroad. Russ and Richard, yep.
Right there. Okay. So it's got to be facing that line. Now, what I want to do is look this guy up.
You want your little stool?
Oh, that is a ridiculously heavy, small spool of wire.
I know. It's deceptive. It looks so small, so tiny, until you go to pick it up and it hurts your fingers.
It does.
That sharp edge of that plastic is the hole is meant to stick your fingers in, but man, it hurts my fingers.
It hurts mine too. That is crazy. So let's, I'm going to just look this guy up. Done with this. So this is a, red light, red. Is a really good one.
You're calling out the manual on it? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, because it'll show you in there the proper way to connect the switch without the debounce. I know it will because I've done it before.
Cool.
MB1554A. This is really expensive.
Can I see it for a second?
It's got the, see that adapter on the back is a 110 to 12 volt adapter. So it's an extra piece, and there's screws under there.
Yeah.
So
Input B, input A, user input, program. Huh, it's got a program input.
yeah, exactly. It's a really fancy deal. I know it is. Here you go. A used one is $250 on eBay.
Wow, what in the world is this thing? Oh, it's got a LCD screen on it here.
Yeah. It's a really nice one. Okay. So that one will do. Okay, you can add cards to it and do RS-45, 232, and all this kind of crap. USB programming card, accessories, and that one is it's red back. Yeah, it's smudged, it's junk. It was in a panel sitting out in the rain for a couple of years.
Jeez.
That's why the screws are so rusty on the back.
Man, it's amazing, still works.
Yeah, it works really well too. Okay, so input, low frequency, SCR, and a magnet. So the logic factory setting, logic input trigger level, magnet 200 millivolts peak. Switch to, okay, damping capacitor allows remove damping capacitor allows max frequency. Add a dampening capacitor for switch contact bounce for low frequency, which we're not in high. That's a high frequency counter. So
Yeah.
if you hook up the sensor and you just like barely get it close to bouncing, that thing.
10,000 counts.
Yeah, it's a really high speed counter. So it says to add a dampening capacitor. So let's go see if it tells me what size.
Between A and common, is that where?
No, there's many types of inputs on that guy. So let me find out how they want me to connect
Well,
it.
the only ones that are labeled as input A, input B, and user input
Well, yeah, but there's
program.
inputs back here you can't see. See the one I jumpered?
Yeah.
I think I was powering the switch to get around the debounce.
Well,
But I'm just going to look up here and we'll get it connected.
so
right?
in
'Cause I wanna
order to
test
see
it.
those other ones, you gotta take this thing off, huh?
Yeah. Bit silly, but that's the way they had it. Oh, that's a huge menu in it. Cause see, that was on my wire stripper counter. I ripped it off there to use it for this.
Oh,
Because I knew it was a good one. 2-wire current source, AC inputs, magnetic pickup. So they want me to go from common, which is
here.
and then it tells me to do the switches.
Well, this one says common, but I think that one might be the same. I'm not sure.
I'll pop it off because these get screwed onto the back. Because those center ones I think are the power. They go straight in. It's a cool little block. The power comes right out the back and goes right into those.
Yeah.
So it wants me. There's no dip switches on this guy. But it wants me to go into input A, and it wants me to go to the common. Yeah, so common A filter.
This one over here is common.
Yeah. The other thing I want to do is put longer screw terminals. So input A, input B, user input, filter. It's hot in here, Rich. Are you hot? I'm hot.
I'm fine, whatever. Yeah.
Sweat. 73.
Yeah.
It'll get cold real fast with the door open.
44 pounds of wire, that's right. 2 days winding. Hopefully we're gonna do it in one day, but we'll find out.
We'll find out real soon.
Right now we're trying to rig up a counter so we can count how many more turns we put on the thing.
I want to test my counter that I'm going to give the company wrapping my coil, because they don't do this normally. And so I told them I'd give them a counter, and so I'm going to test it with this guy and make sure it's somewhat correct.
So basically Russ is using me for a guinea pig.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Cheese?
And a smile.
Yeah,
You can't beat that.
And a smile. Alright. So,
Make sure you don't put that back on backwards.
common on common, positive on positive. The other,
You need to put the filter on there while you had it open, because it looks like the filter one was hidden under there.
I think I know what I did now. I see. See this, the version I got pulled up, I think is different. So, I'm gonna connect a wire.
See, we added those wooden ends to the end of our coil because this black plastic was too flimsy, it was bowing out, and so Russ made these big fat wooden ends to put on there to make it stronger.
Why are you down there?
Hey, don't be looking at my wire.
A lot of guys be happy to have a good-looking woman looking at their wire, Russ. You must have a problem.
He does have problems. That's for sure.
My problem doesn't involve you. My problem involves my
You
wire.
ask for it for 4 days and you finally get it. That's not a normal man.
You're looking at my wire.
You know, maybe if it was proper therapy, we can get Russ straightened
Yeah,
out.
I sure hope so. What do you think, honey? You think you're fixable in that department?
Look at that smile.
Don't be looking at my wire. So you got my wire all twisted up. I can't use that. I can use that as a bread tie.
It's phone wire.
Because you're...
I think this is wire for a garage door opener. Because it's really stiff stuff.
Solid copper probably instead of stranded. Somebody said hi to you.
Oh, hi sausage.
Ha!
Did we go down to the pub for what? What does this say? A wheel? A wheel? What's a wheel? Is that a type of beer or something?
Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Everybody loves sausage.
A while.
I know
Oh,
that
for a while. No, we didn't go down to the pub for a while.
Oh, you know what I did? You know what though?
Oh,
I was telling you this earlier. I didn't finish. They got CES. You know, the CES.
yeah, right. Consumer Electronics Show.
And apparently there was a robot stripper dancing a pole.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah.
A Japanese one.
It was
right?
just, it wasn't anything fancy like as far as the way it was dressed or anything. It was just a robot. It was truly dancing a pole. I didn't look it up or anything, but
That's funny.
that's pretty interesting.
That'd be a sight to see.
People are so desperate
I know.
for love and sex, they go from
For a
robot sex and robot.
Can you imagine?
What's
it blows my mind. I can't even conceive of it.
That's just nuts right there.
Oh, it's totally nuts.
It's that low. That desperate.
Some people.
I just get married.
I think that's a much better solution.
I think so
Nothing,
too. Get the real thing.
nothing like the real thing. That's right, baby. Nothing like the real thing.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
What do you think, honey?
Robots!
He's not right.
He is not right.
I'm just
He doesn't want Umagana's wire, and he wants robots. Is that a real thing?
I'll tell you. I think we should call up a
I think
therapist.
so too.
This,
Not Paxter. My husband ain't right.
this
This ain't normal.
This ain't normal.
That's why you like me.
Well, that department, I would like to have the real thing. I don't want no robot.
Well, I second that motion.
There you go. See, 2 against 1.
I got all my 9 volts. I'll be set.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
I can't win with this conversation, can I?
Hey, I'm focused on the
Oh,
wire.
smoke.
It's focused. Yes, we're in
You know, the
Vegas.
fire alarm go off. That's a lot of smoke that just went up.
Suck my fire alarm.
We are in Vegas.
Where's me cincher? Where did me cincher go? Where do we set me cincher?
This thing? Oh no, the sensor. Oh, I don't know where you set it.
Son of
You
a
had
nutcracker.
it over there. You had it under the wheel a minute ago.
I was gonna solder it up and I brought. Quit looking, I found it.
Right there. It's right in front of you.
Stop looking.
If it had
Spending
been a
too much
robot,
time.
if it had been a robot,
I
you'd found it
know.
quicker.
Yeah, you would have. I'll have you on a robot. Man, I need to go find someone else. Mr. Grease.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Not when it's on live stream.
That was good string cheese. You should go get some.
Maybe I will in a minute.
It's really good.
Right now, I gotta keep an eye on Russ, make sure he doesn't hurt himself.
No, I know. Can't even think straight.
After you leave, I may have to have a little man-to-man talk with him.
I'm right. You better straighten him out here.
Y'all can't take a joke now, can you?
We're just razzing on you, buddy. Don't get mad.
You like giving you a hard time, they don't always get you. I got 2 people here giving you a hard time. It's quite nice.
I like giving my wire a hard time.
2 against 1, buddy.
That does not look safe.
You don't look very safe.
Oh, there's a shrink
He's
wrap.
got his heat shrink.
What is that stuff called?
Heat shrink.
Heat shrink.
Yeah.
I call it shrink wrap.
Yeah, shrink wrap. Yeah.
No, that's what I do to sausage.
You shrink wrap it.
Why does this conversation have to be so dirty?
You're the one that's.
Hey, Pastor always said.
Just
God,
look, just don't touch.
God invented sex.
He did. And he made it very good.
Yeah.
Did God invent robots?
No.
He gave
Thought
man the mind to make robots, but not for.
But they're not supposed to be for that
Right,
purpose.
but not for that purpose.
What kind of
It's
day
called
and age?
free choice.
I mean,
God gives us.
Can you imagine kissing something that
No.
wouldn't kiss back?
No.
I mean,
Haven't they done like studies of like animals where there's a robot?
a robot animal? Oh, I don't know.
No, like they have an infant, and so they put like fuzzy stuff on a robot arm or something, thinking that it's a mommy.
Oh,
there-
they may have. I don't know.
There was a very interesting study done where they put ducks, chicks,
Baby chicks.
yeah, in a space, and they put a robot, little just machine that just randomly made motions around the whole thing, and they did something where they separated it and put it together and separated and put it together, and it could tell. The chicklings would actually respond to it because of how it was set up. It's
Like a
pretty
mother
cool.
like.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Getting salty.
Yeah, but
Dinner
there's a
is.
big difference between the intellectual capacity of a chicken or a chick and the intellectual capacity of a human.
Yep.
There's quite a bit of spread there. And man is the only created thing that God put His Spirit into.
Here, hold that, please.
It's a lot of shrink wrap.
It's a small
Man,
one.
it's-
So what does this do?
God didn't put His
Is
Spirit
that
in.
a pen?
It is It's a pen body with a reed switch inside. God put his spirit in man, but he didn't put his spirit in any of the animals or any of the other creation.
Exactly.
Only in man. So there's a huge difference between a human and a chick,
What is this for?
a duckling. This is a little magnetic, when the magnet on the wheel, see that magnet taped to the side of the
Yes.
wheel there? When the magnet goes by that, it causes it to go, when it goes, it makes a little pulse in that
Okay.
counter that counts the,
So you hold this against the magnet, or
yeah, we're gonna
Just
mount
put your tongue on it. It's okay.
No, we're gonna mount it close to the magnet, so every time the magnet goes by, it'll make that thing trigger
Gotcha.
one time.
Oh, you can't put these on backwards.
If you put your tongue on it, it would do nothing because it's a piece of plastic, a little pin body, and it's no electrical connection to it. So the only thing it would do is probably taste bad. I wouldn't taste nearly as good as string cheese.
No, it wouldn't, and that was good string cheese. Definitely tastes what it's made with. It's very hard to find string cheese that's made with whole milk if you're not 1% or 2% milk. It makes a huge difference in flavor.
It won't go any further than that. It's
Yeah.
plugged into the wall.
It says we got 0 counts.
How are you supposed to read that when it has that black
1, all right. 0, 0, 1, 2.
2?
One, we got 2.
What? It went to 0?
No, it didn't go to 0, but I mean it was doing nothing.
3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why don't you wiggle it back forth by and see if it double triggers? No, it's just turn it. I think it was.
I think it's pretty fail-safe because it's designed for that.
Yeah, it's pretty stable.
But when I checked it, what did I do? I did something and I checked it and it was all messed up.
It was pretty stable just now.
All right.
I believe it is, because I used it all the time for that.
We just have to see.
You need.
So I'm gonna put a.
You got an outlet strip back there somewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna plug it into that.
Yeah.
It's behind you.
Oh, but you're in back there, right?
So I'm gonna plug the controller and everything into that.
Yeah.
But I want to zip tie this wire because it's a solid wire, and it will probably break.
But I'll zip it. Zip, zip, zip it up. I said zip, zip, zip.
Are you zip tying to the controller itself?
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
gonna break off
Yeah.
because they're solid wires.
Yeah. Actually, you have to bend them quite a number of times before they do break, but
Unless the guy who strips them cuts too far and cuts the wire.
if you nick the wire, you're all done. One bend or nick, it breaks.
Exactly.
So why did you?
What's your eyeballs?
Why did you nick the? Well, now it's gonna put it in the trash.
As I said.
And I did. I closed my eyes.
Good job.
Yeah.
Where's your 1,000 bags of safety goggles at?
They are upstairs. I found them. I found them upstairs. Where is my squares? My screws. Do I have any in here? Probably not.
You had a little dish a little earlier. I don't know what happened to them.
All right. What? Did you steal my ladder? Oh no, it's
No,
over
it's
there.
over there.
I can't stand on that thing. Oh. Let's see if this is going to at least fit.
Be careful.
What's going through there? A wire?
Wire comes up off that spool through that and then down onto the coil. Because it's got to go straight up off the top of the spool in order for it to unwind properly.
Okay.
And we found that out the hard way. Well, I found that out the hard way when I first started.
Yeah.
I wasted 2.5 pounds of wire.
That's 40. That's 44 pounds right there.
Yeah, that's 41 pounds.
That's almost a weight bar.
Don't hurt your wrists. So put it in your arm.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't hold it.
No.
That's 3 lilies right there.
No, that's like
2 lilies.
A lily and a
a
half.
lily and a quarter.
I know,
Lily
Lily's
weighs 30.
freaking
Lily,
heavy.
Lily weighs 32
Lily is a
pounds.
chunk, man.
She's a chunker.
She jumped on me tonight, and then
No,
Malachi,
collapsed,
and,
didn't you?
and Malachi jumped me multiple times. So I was like,
It's
oh.
because she drinks milk.
Yeah.
Protein milk. 3 to 4 cups of protein milk a
She,
day.
I gave her that chocolate milk, you know, that I fixed right before you left. I gave it to her. She sucked that down in
Yeah.
like 30 seconds.
30 seconds and it's gone. She wanted more at bedtime.
I said, did you finish that already? Yeah.
Sure did.
And then I was worried about it, and then about an hour later she says, I have to go pee. And
I'm so glad she told you.
I said, okay. I said, let's
Doesn't
go.
always tell
So we
people.
went, and she pulled her pants down,
Yeah.
and then she stood there, and I thought, oh, okay. So I lifted
Yeah,
her, I lifted her up
yeah.
on the thing. I lifted her up, set her
Yeah.
on the thing, and
She can reach, because the toilets in this house are all really low. It drives
so
me
she,
crazy.
so she peed, and then I wiped her off good.
Big deal. I'm so glad she told you. You have a mess.
And then she did a second time right before you got home, so she
Yeah.
should be good for the night, hopefully.
Well, she wears a diaper to bed, just
Yeah.
because she will pee the bed.
Oh, I didn't put one on her.
I did.
Oh,
It's okay.
oh, okay.
I did.
I didn't know she wore one to bed. I put her to bed because
Yeah,
she said she
she-
was getting sleepy, and I asked her if she wanted to go to bed, so she did. So I kissed her and said a little prayer with her.
Aw. Did you pray over Riley, honey, or no?
Not when I put her to bed, but she was already.
Asleep.
I just tucked her in. I didn't pray her when she was in there. No. Alright.
Do you think we'll be able to set that box like a little bit to one side so I got free room to
Like right here?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Is that good?
Knuckle sandwich. I'm gonna knock you to the moon, Alice.
Is this too far away? Wrapping that way?
It's gonna have to do.
You could just crisscross applesauce right here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and go. I'm
Using that one.
Yeah, using that
Yeah,
chair. I'm
use
gonna
this.
sit right here and I'm gonna go. You know, with my little concentrated face that I do.
I know, I saw a really good picture of that.
Could you show how the magnet wire was connected?
Show it was connected, how it was connected.
You mean, what are you asking? Be more clear. I'm confused. What do you want? Let's see. I'm gonna use.
You can sit there if you're not ready to go.
You're not ready to go?
No.
Yeah, we gotta test some stuff still.
Okay.
But I want to screw this on there. And I don't have a screw, so I'm gonna go get
So
one.
are all of the kids in bed now?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
I just need one screwy-doo.
If you hold them up really, if you keep them up till 9, they go to bed usually pretty easy, and they stay. Or you put them in bed at like 7.
I kept thinking Malachi was gonna conk out. I mean, he's pretty
No.
young. He's pretty young.
Because he's been up since 5:30. Sometimes at our old house,
Yeah.
I always put a movie on in the evening time to kind of calm them down. And I'll walk over there and he'll be out on the couch asleep.
He was jumping and jumping and jumping. He'd jump on the couch, then he'd jump on me, then he'd jump on the couch, then he'd lay down on the floor and roll on one end of the carpet and then roll back
Oh,
again.
how cute.
It was awesome.
That's so funny.
And then I would tell him, Malachi, come up here and sit. And then he'd pout and he'd go around behind the couch. Play with his toys for a while, but he wouldn't stay back there very long. He'd
Yeah.
come back again and do more
Yeah.
jumping.
That is so comical.
Kid, you're wearing me out.
And I feel like that dryer dries faster than
Is it gas or electric or what?
gas.
Yeah, gas will dry faster than electric generally.
'Cause I got through, normally I only get like 3 loads of laundry done a day. And that's it. By the time the kids get home from school, I have so much homework
Yeah.
to do with them, but I don't know what to expect with this
Did you
small.
do, how many loads did you do today?
Today I did, I want to say at least 5.
Really? Wow. You've been busy.
Yeah. I only have 2 more to go. And I'll get all
Cool.
caught
So
up
you
on
got some of
laundry.
the bedding taken care of.
Got all their bedding washed and made, and then the sheets from our old house was all washed.
Well, the way I connected them when I had breaks was I took and stripped about 1 inch of wire on each end of the 2 pieces I wanted to join. Then I tinned them really well, made sure they were tinned all the way around. Then I laid them parallel to each other facing opposite directions, and I soldered them. And then I double checked the joint, and then I put high voltage tape under the joint and high voltage tape over the joint. So that's how I joined them.
Can you repeat that, please? No, just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm gonna knock you to the moon, Alice.
That's fine.
What's that?
Fine, just fine, Aunt B.
Before you were born, there was a comedian show with Jackie Gleason. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he
Yeah, my dad likes them.
and he almost got was that talking too fast?
It's cold in here now.
Yeah, no, I didn't
Sun
twist.
back
I
out.
did not twist them. I just laid them parallel side by side and soldered them together.
Alright. Now for the wonder.
Wonder.
So
how-
this-
I
this
said
one
that.
holds pretty strong into
Doo-doo-doo. Know that song?
No. Let's do it again. I wasn't listening. I mean,
No, okay, sorry.
he talked at the same time, and I couldn't hear it.
It's all my fault.
Just an oldie song.
Oh.
I like oldies.
Yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable about music or movies or anything like that. Anyway, it was a comedian. Jackie Gleason was a comedian show, and he had a wife, and him and his wife would argue, and just a sitcom, right? And he would get so aggravated with her, he wouldn't know how to answer because she would always win every argument. He says, "I'm gonna knock you to the moon, Alice. I'm gonna knock you to the moon." Of course, he never hit her or anything,
Yeah.
but.
That's funny. Yeah, I think my dad talks about him.
But a lot of people thought it was really funny. I don't. It wasn't really a very Christian show, and so I didn't. It really doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
But I just remembered that line from
That line
"I'm
from
gonna
the
knock
show.
you to the moon, Alice."
What's from, baby?
He's trying to figure out how to mount his little reed switch.
That's just my concentrated face.
That's awfully not a very pretty face.
Actually, I have a really funny concentrated face, and a lot of people know it because it's like I don't even know I'm doing it, and then after I realize I'm doing it, I'm like,
Your face is getting chunky.
Yeah, that's because, I got that implant done in my butt. And it makes
Your
my face go a little bigger. But don't worry, it'll shrink in 2 years, they said. And it'll look like my mom. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't know what I'm saying either. Ooh,
Why are your pants so messed
look!
up?
A spring!
He's wearing
Fix
his,
your
Whoa!
his,
Fix
Oh,
your pants.
no, this is so I can pee. Otherwise, I got to unbutton this, and it takes about 3 minutes, and everyone's waiting in line. Like, hurry up, kid.
Okay, well, let's get this going so I can go to bed.
You go to bed.
It's like waiting for fireworks to start.
yeah.
No.
And when the excitement happens, everyone's like, "Woo! So good! I waited!"
No.
Yes. What I need is a piece of aluminum.
I have aluminum foil.
I know how I can mount this.
You know what I did?
I got this.
I taped it to the board underneath the wheel.
You slacker.
I know. I just taped it to the board underneath the wheel.
Well,
And I used a magnet on the rim of the wheel, and it works just fine.
I can't do the rim,
You could.
but you know what I can do. Okay.
And go all through there.
Do you understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying right now?
Private washroom.
Private washroom,
For his pants.
I guess, yeah. Cross tie up on
Look at me, Grandma. No hands.
Making a mess.
Just for you.
It makes messes so I can go around cleaning them up.
Yeah.
It does that for you too.
He's worse than the kids.
Oh, man.
Leaves his clothes around, leaves lights on, and he'll be like, I wasn't done yet. And I'm like, but you left the room.
You left the room.
Like,
Does that automatically mean finished if you leave the room? I
no,
mean, what if you have to
but he
leave
needs
the
to
room
he
for-
needs to do it before he leaves the room, because then I know he won't do it. He'll forget.
Get out of here.
Just like the trash. Oh, I'll do it when I get back.
You know what
No, I was going to do it on the way out, but Dexter lost his shoes, and then I freaked out.
I think
I found his shoes. I forgot that he had peed in his shoes, and so I had to wash his shoes. Could not wash his shoes until my soap came in.
I think I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Is that permissible?
Yes. You want to make me one?
This late at night?
No, get out of here.
Yeah. What do you like in it?
I like the hazelnut coffee grounds with hazelnut cream.
Okay.
But I like my coffee like not. I like more cream than him.
Okay.
Not super sweet, but enough to where it's
Okay.
kind of tanny looking.
I'll do it. It'll take me a couple minutes.
That's fine.
Couple? I'm counting. You better hurry.
It'll take me 7.3 minutes.
Start! 11:02 and 9 seconds. 11:02 and 9 seconds. Start the counter, Steve. Steve!
Is Steve
Start
on
the
there?
counter!
Is Steve on there?
Oh yeah,
Which one is he?
man! He's right there.
Which one?
That's him.
Alloy tan?
No.
Him?
No.
The HYD?
Yeah. Figure out how to say it. I never could
I
either.
don't know.
Steve! Gummy bears! Steve! That's what I say all the
I
time.
know. Gummy bears.
Steve! Where's my roll of tapeola?
What kind of tape?
This one
Right
right
there.
here.
This is good. Good stuff. Well, it's okay. It works well for them.
Hi, YB. He goes, Russ.
Steve! You start the clock, Steve? No, just kidding. I don't really need it. That's what I want. That's the ticket. So, that should hold it down. And then this I can adjust it for out. And then, what do I want to do there? Just 2 zip ties, probably hold it in place. Where you at?
Is it feel good to be working again?
And it's nice. It's nice. I like it. I like it. It's nice. Are we done it? It's nice. I like it.
You're funny.
It's fun when you get your motivation. That's what's nice.
No, we still need to get a monitor.
I know.
So I can at least hear the kids if somebody's walking around.
I'm working on the. I'm gonna when I get some money, I'm gonna order the cable connectors, and I got all the cameras sitting in there, and I can just pretty well pop. But the audio is gonna be the one I have to mess with. All right.
And the test begins.
So I want to get it going first. Hold it down. Oh, that's fine. Oh, did it hold the count? I did hold the count. That's cool. So it's at 2. Let's see if it counts as 3, 4, 5, 6. It should not count that. But it holds the count, so if we crash it. Alright, here we go. So, speed down is up. Start. There we go. We're at half an RPM. Half a there.
That's really fast.
That's slow.
They're gonna slow down and go for him?
No,
It doesn't work that fast.
that's only not even 200 RPM.
It doesn't run it that fast.
Yeah, we want at 300 RPM. It's going to take 8 hours to wrap this at 300 RPM. Calculate. Speed. Oh, that's the brushes making that noise. So now we need to fix the wire. So the wire is going to be right there ish. And then this is the hole that we need. It'll go under here.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah, right. You can't be tired. You're not allowed. Are you allowed to be tired?
Yeah.
Alright.
We're on Saturday, right?
Yeah. There's the outgoing. Still go more this way. Still need to go more this way. These go up, and then we need to use these. Around here.
How much does that cost right there?
You know what kind of wire he got.
So this right here, how much was it?
But I don't know, he was off eBay. It was cheaper than most.
But actually, he paid almost more on eBay than what I found from the factory.
80 pound spool, this is a 4 pound spool. It's like beamed up
Yeah.
and stuff, so they sell it for cheaper. Some of the spools are broken, this kind of stuff. So, I don't know. But my coil,
With all the wire on it, cost about $1,600. Alright. Try to unspool itself, but look at that, we already got 630 counts on it. Alright, up and out of. Then it's pretty smooth. Let's bring it up to 1. Just see how this is the speed that
Let's turn it back down.
we want to wrap.
That is so fast.
That's 300 RPM.
12 hours for 200 RPMs. Anyone get the door?
Oh man, that's a full cup. Oh shit.
It's okay. It's just workshop carpet.
Here, set it on here.
I got it, you for work, so
I got it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hot.
That's good coffee.
That's not that fast. I mean, that's 300. That's comfortable speed there.
How do you get it to line up nice when it's that fast? Your eyes can't even see it. Mr. Grease.
I'll show you. Like this. My screenshot of Rich the day he was about done with what he's got on it right now. That's a comfortable speed. So what I want to do, can't go that tight, go out further. I want to take this up so that, let's see, it's going to be going this way. So it's going to go that way. Put this edge there. This edge on the inside. This. What happens is the wire whips around. Whips it off and it starts to go crazy. So I slow it down to here again. That's a lot of wire on this spool. It's at 8 hours at 300, so it'll probably take us. Oh man. Huh? I slowed it down. There's 0.7. It's not bad, it's running pretty good on there. See right there we got some vibration. So you actually have to get above that so it's not vibrating. That under there for me?
Under where?
Under the feet?
Under the feet?
Yeah.
flat.
Okay.
Okay. And then this one.
Don't hurt yourself.
That's fine now. It just makes it a little bit
Wobbly.
more stable.
It's not stable, it's wobbly. There's your lighter. What is it called again?
Don't hold on too long.
Fine.
Mess it up.
It's quite fun.
I need to drop some bolts down those holes so they don't fall off.
has been busy while I was gone.
Shut that door, I'm freezing.
Is your coffee okay?
Perfect.
It's terrible. Terribly delicious.
Sorry, I spilled a little bit on your rug.
That's okay. We're working through this folks out here. I'm working.
As long as I don't lose my magic beans, it's fine.
Oh, you got the wire threaded up already, huh? Alright. Cool.
I think that would help keep it in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
That scared me.
I was gonna tape that.
Tape filled.
I was gonna get the red tape out.
That scared
There
me.
yet.
That scared you?
Made you jump.
I guess you're not a robot then.
I'm not a robot. No. Definitely not a robot.
We have any proof of that?
I have 5 children.
Well, that's very good proof. So come back. So, I'm kind of not really super observant about some things. Sometimes I noticed tonight in the kitchen that your hair is just kind of reddish.
Well, he wanted it more brown, but I can't find a hair color box that I need to strip my hair first.
Are you like naturally redhead hair color?
My natural hair color is like wash your dishes,
Oh.
and that water is my hair color. It's nasty. I've always dyed my hair since high school.
That's just...
I wanted to see what it would do. So if you get it to like 0.7, 0.8, it starts getting wobbly. If you get to 0.9 and 1, then it's at 300 and it's stable.
Really?
Yeah,
What's that right now?
that's 0.5. So that's like less than 200 RPM. So if I bump it up,
I don't know how fast we can get this wire flying.
it'll slow down.
No, I know, but what I'm talking about is the wire, the speed of the actual wire zooming up.
Yeah. Right.
Not zooming up out of the
Yeah,
sun.
I know.
You're gonna see.
Well, you said you ran at 300, right?
I did.
So,
But the diameter was smaller,
Oh yeah, right.
so the speed of the wire
Well,
was
then
slower.
it'll go faster, so we can slow it down anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They
pretty
like
fast.
your box.
Yeah, I built that when I was like 12 or 13 or something. I'll show you a close-up later. Basically,
Put some load on the reel to see if
it's
it goes
basically a
first.
treadmill motor with the running speed still on it. Main switch, speed up, down, PWM, run, power on. And it's got an outlet plug for the motor. And then the input's 120 for the fan on it. But
Why is all this wire on the floor here?
it's coming back down.
Oh, okay.
But this is a gyroscope box. This is a secret project I never got finished with yet because I need a big pipe bender to get my thing made. So one day I'll finish it.
I thought you made that in college. Or you made the box.
I made this a long time ago.
No, because we were married when you made the box.
No, not this one.
Why does it look so familiar?
Because I carried it around with me forever.
Which one am I thinking of?
Counter's working tremendously. I've already got 2,100 turns on it.
Dude.
Alright, so... And when you kill power,
Yeah.
it saves.
Oh yeah, I made mine save too.
Yeah. Well, yours is with Arduino, but...
Right. But I still had to make it save into EEPROM. to
Yeah,
save
right,
it.
okay, yeah, to save it. So
Yeah.
where do you want this box? I can put it on the... I can put it anywhere.
Well, I don't think it matters. It can be right there, probably.
Yeah, I'll flip this under the table. Oh, one more.
One more time.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm not a very good flipper.
Well, you can't see either, so it's
Yeah, I couldn't see from that
you
angle.
can't see his hand.
So, Richard, since I don't have any high voltage tape,
You don't?
You got black electrical tape, we could use that.
Oh, humbug. I've got Kapton somewhere.
And,
Should I
Black
leave
electrical.
this one?
Yeah, it won't hurt anything. Black electrical is 600 volts, Kapton is 600 volts, doesn't make any difference.
I just don't like the sticky mess it makes.
Yeah, they'll put it through that little hole.
Do the same one.
Yeah. And pull yourself out a nice length. And then coil it up and tape it up whenever you're happy. Is that enough or you want more?
I'm happy now.
He just needs a robot and he's happy.
You said.
Yeah,
Put as much on there until you're happy.
yeah, I did. But I didn't know, I should have known was go big or go home.
I don't like the end of this though.
Well,
You can have that one.
thank you.
It's on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know where it went though.
It's up there. I'll find it later when I back in.
Okay.
So we're about to start the adventure of
Can't even see
wrapping
it.
I can't even see it either. It's okay.
Silly thing blended in.
the second beginnings. Do I have that other tape over there somewhere?
Oh, what?
That orange tape?
No.
Got it! Man!
Peekaboo.
Make fire!
Yeah.
You got a good enough light right here, or is it,
So,
or does it need to be
put
better?
a little, the light's good. I go off the reflection of the coil, that's how I tell if I'm going even or not.
So you're okay?
Yeah.
This side's got that hump in it. I don't know if it's so uneven, more so than it's got this strange. It dipped here and it got bigger there, but only on the half. So if you look at it like this, it's pretty even.
Okay. Well,
When you spin it, it looks pretty good.
yeah, it does. What?
Oh yeah, there is a
You
little.
wanna
It is
try it?
kind of low though. Yeah.
You want to try to measure it, or shall we just go eyeball, or?
Man, just measure twice, cut once. That's all I care about. Whatever you
I'm
want.
gonna
It
measure
doesn't,
3
doesn't matter.
times, and I'm gonna knock into the moon.
Yes.
On the inside where the wire comes through the hole,
Yeah.
bend it down flat, and then put a little piece of tape on it to hold it down.
I'm gonna use this one. Where do you want to start? Right where it's
right
at?
there, right there is fine, yeah.
So I'll just put it with that one.
And we're double, triple sure we're going the right direction, right?
Backwards. So it spins this way,
Yeah.
and your wire came up
Right.
and went down.
Right.
The only thing I'm double, triple sure of is that I'm gonna see that really pretty face you got on.
If you want to see a pretty face, you have to look at her. If you look at
So-
me, you ain't going to see no pretty
Uh,
face.
So I'll start this up for you, and you can guide the wire. We can just watch all this and make sure she's running
Wait,
good.
and I may scream, stop!
Okay, now switch chairs.
Now I'm going to stand up for a little bit.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
You can see it?
Sit there.
I'll be the box manager.
Hey man, are you ready?
I think so.
You
You're
want
going to give it
gloves
I'm about to flip the switch, man.
Yeah, dude, are you going to reset
come
the
you don't
counter
wear
to
gloves?
0?
How come you don't wear gloves?
Because I have to feel it. I tried it with gloves, I couldn't do it. You're going to give it a little spin by hand first, and then...
Yeah, just see how this is all functioning. I'll just spin it by hand to make sure this is all working. It's working. Ready?
Yeah.
Feel alright?
Check it. Yeah.
Don't leave the motor going.
It'll go. I'm trying to start it so it doesn't go crazy.
Okay, there it is.
So that's
0.5.
pretty well lit. So let me watch this.
It's really jerking.
Huh?
It's jerking.
It's jerking pretty good, yeah.
Is that bad or good?
Well, you don't want to jerk too much or it'll break the wire.
So what do you want to do?
well, we're okay so far. My fingers and arms give it the shock absorbing that it needs.
Yeah, I need to put this higher. I just tape it to a box or something so it's higher. It is good now, but it's up here where it whips
We're
out.
not really going that fast yet.
I know
we
what I'm
can go
saying.
faster, but
Well, I'm saying it whips out higher than I was expecting, so I need to go a little bit higher up here.
you really don't think it's low on this end over here? I still think it's low on this
yeah, I
end.
think it is a little. Yeah, I think it is a little. So let me put the.
See, now I get to do this for 7 hours.
I would help you out if I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, see it here hitting the box.
Yeah.
So I need to go up with it. I'm just gonna tape it on there from the bottom.
Maybe you could get your wife to help you so we don't snag it in the process.
Yep. Okay, wifey, wait a minute, wifey. Here's around here. You can lift it up.
Right now?
Yep, keep it centered.
Like this?
Sure.
You gotta come over this way a little bit.
This way?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, just stay there.
Is that hard? You okay?
Yeah, okay.
So funny.
What's funny?
Putting it out.
Wave whips, yeah, I know. I mean, I had a whipping so violently it was going 3 and 4 feet out in a circle, slapping me in the leg and slapping my boxes and stuff. I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. because it was whipping so fast, and my eyesight is so poor I couldn't see it. And finally I figured out it was a stupid wire. I kept hearing the sound. What is that sound? I looked up, it wasn't the pulley. Well, not the pulley. What's going on? I'm trying to, it took me like hours to figure out. I'm a little slow. So.
That looks nice.
Take the other side back so it's, well, I think actually get higher on this side. Here's the trash box.
You using my high-class trash can?
Yeah, I am.
Aww.
Whatever it takes, man.
Whatever it takes, I'm all in.
Couple bucks.
They can see us, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels great. Slapping me in the face.
I'm trying to see in there.
Yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet, buddy. Wait till you crank the speed up on this thing.
Yeah, you gotta fill in some down there.
Yeah, I
So
know.
let's see how it looks.
Let's see, we're doing pretty good.
All right. Well, I can go 0.1. That's the only increments I got. Just see how it feels. I did it earlier, and it was balanced to about 0.8, so I won't go past that. It's at 0.5.
Alright.
So I go up 1. That's 0.6.
Just give it a minute to settle in. Let me see
Yeah,
how it feels. I can kind of tell by how hard it jerks whether we're getting ready to break or not. You know, 'cause I can feel the feeling of it.
It's I'm just like, this whole thing is just awesome. That's all I got to say.
I did the best I could.
You did awesome.
I'm trying to build it up on this end some. Yeah, give it another crank.
There's 0.7. If I
go more, it'll probably vibrate, so we'll probably leave it here and see how it
Alright.
feels.
I
What's
mean,
our,
it's okay, but it'll
point
it'll
seven,
slow
what
down.
did you say our RPM was at point seven?
Probably like 215 or something.
And you got your calculator there, so 215?
Let me just check.
Can you measure?
Yeah, let me just measure.
See what it really is.
It's coming off nice.
Yeah, it jerks every now and then, but it's, as long as it doesn't jerk so much that it breaks. But my spring absorber's hands can absorb a lot of shock. You know,
Yeah, if you're holding them further apart, maybe.
well, I don't know. No, it's just my left hand that does it. This right hand is just guiding.
Okay, so that's 195.
195. So 195 divided by 60 times 3,600.
11.7?
11,700. That's how many turns we do per hour at this speed. So we've already done 1,100 turns.
So 8 hours would be 93,000.
We won't do 93,000. What's the spreadsheet say that how many turns we're going to need to finish it off? Oh, you don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I can punch it in, but I gotta measure it. Oh,
No, you don't.
okay. I'll have to pull it up. You just watch what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can almost do this in my sleep.
You might have to.
Well, tape it to something standing like a wall.
I ain't staying up all night. I don't think I am anyway. Roughly 12 hours at 200 RPM. Well, we don't know exactly how many turns we need though to do 44 pounds. How many turns are you basing that on, Heidnick? I can figure it out, I guess.
Doesn't really matter, to be honest.
No, it doesn't really matter. Whatever turns it takes, that's what it takes. Uh-oh.
You just pay attention.
I'm not very photogenic.
You just pay attention.
I think you should get your wife to do this. She has a much
No,
prettier
I
smile
don't
than I
like
do.
to be on video.
No way.
I don't like.
You just stand there and look good. I'm just gonna,
That's an
I'll
impossibility.
figure out where I want to start.
I
I think I'm gonna start.
Oxymoron for me to stand here and look good. I can stand here.
On the boxes over there.
I don't know if I can look good.
I got an idea. Okay. Okay, everyone just be real quiet. I think we'll come around here. Alright.
How's that feel, Richard?
Feels awesome.
Looks awesome. What we got on there? 95, 94 and the ish pounds.
Well, we had 94, yeah, so I don't know how much we've added, but probably at least a few ounces.
A few ounces. Well, we added almost two grand of turns on here. We got
Yeah,
over 100 to make.
182,000 so far. I don't know how much we got. No, well, we have, I was shooting originally for 234,000 turns.
And so now,
So we need to do about 50,000 turns, I think.
so Richard wrapped most of this at his house, and we tested it with 182,000 or so.
180,000.
180,000 or so turns, 94 pounds. Now he shipped a 44-pound spool. Then he shipped himself out here on a Frontier plane, and we rigged up this apparatus. So this is a treadmill motor that I've removed the flywheel, and I'm actually using the back side. And Richard brought the pulleys and the shaft, and then we hooked up, rigged up this piece of plywood and this counter. And then the box I got here is something I built when I was 12, 13, 14, something like that, from my memory. And yeah, if you look at the top, it has gyroscope on it. That's a project that I never quite finished yet. You'll see it when I eventually finish it. I had plans back in the day. So it's running the treadmill motor. The counter is just a reed switch in that ink pen right there. You can see the magnet going by. And the interesting part is you never spin a spool this big. This thing weighs 44 pounds. You normally unwrap it standing up like this, which poses a whole strange set of problems. You can see how the wire is gyrating off there. So this is just to keep the wire under control, otherwise it slaps Richard in the legs or something.
Or the face, depending on where I'm at.
Man, that's a beast. So this is basically Richard's hand-wrapped beast. He's wrapped the whole thing so far. And then the other coil, it will be wrapped by a different company with a different wire, and it's all going to be different, but it's basically the same dimensions, and it'll have 160 pounds on it. This guy will have about 135 or so. 138. Newman's original was 145. 145. Well, there's a few variations, but that one was 145.
Oh.
But anyway, so this is my secret laboratory somewhere in Nevada. Some temporary lights up.
Area 52.
And it's exactly just a little after 4 something, according to that clock. We're in here. My wife's hanging out. Hi, honey. I got the giant magnet over here. There I am without that. The big magnet commutator. I'm going to work on that while Richard grabs this coil. Got the oscilloscope set up, a few 9 volts, got the meters, and yeah, we're just working away. I got the live chat here projected thanks to George sent me this back about a year ago, and I haven't been able to use it yet. I haven't had a good setup for it, so thank you. And now we've got a simple setup for the chat so you can see what we're doing, and it's a beautiful site. So I think I'm going to just post this as an update video for you guys, because I haven't even published anything on my main YouTube channel about this experiment. But this is the setup currently, and I got some other unboxings of this if I ever get to it. I got to edit all that. But I'll show you the magnet and the commutator since I haven't even published anything on the main channel about this. We got here's we got enormous magnet and the commutator, and I'll post the video of the commutator. But anyway, this is the temporary setup that we've got running right now. It's pretty sweet. Got some of my stuff in here at the moment. But yeah, this is a, for those of you who don't know, a Newman replication. And yeah, that's only a handful of 9 volts there. And these are carbon zinc. These are carbon zinc. So if you guys want to keep up to date on what I've been doing, make sure you subscribe to the live channel where we are currently live. And then you'll actually understand what we're doing at all times, because it takes a lot of work to publish these videos, and I haven't had the time, and it's been crazy, and you know, one day at a time. That's a monster. We're at 200 RPM right now. You run this at 300 normally?
I did when it was smaller, but
Now it's bigger. Throwing a lot of wire on there faster.
Yeah, I mean, it's moving out pretty good right now, the wire is. I mean, I don't have any way to measure the speed of the wire, but
Yeah, I took the counter off of the, that's a 44 pound spool.
I took the counter off of
that was the actual weight of the copper. That number on the spool is the actual weight of the copper was on there.
440. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess in here, but yep. So one turn at a time. Whew. It's a monster. 13 inches long, close to 13 long, and 12 inch diameter.
Well, we won't fill it up.
No, we won't fill it up. And like I said, I have another one that will be wrapping, but not by hand.
It'll be professionally done as opposed to amateur.
And what an amateur. Look at that smile.
I'm an amateur. I'm not getting paid, so I'm an amateur. That's how they do it, right?
That's how they do it. Alright, well, I guess that's it. That's your update. I have a full build video coming of the commutator, but I don't know when or if I'm ever going to get the darn thing edited. I have so much in a little time, so, you know, yep, that's it. God bless you guys, have a good day, and, hey, you're not eating.
I was drinking coffee.
Oh, okay, that counts. For some reason, my wife is always eating in every one of these videos.
I love food.
I love food.
I love food.
Alright, I love food. Alright, see you later.
Do I have any coffee left in my cup?
You do. You want it?
Yeah.
How do you do it with?
One hand. Thank you. You'd be surprised how tired your arms get after a while.
Oh, I believe it. My hands would hurt.
Yeah. I have fairly thick skin, so my hands
Well,
hurt
that's
too much. I'm still.
What are you doing? Drinking coffee?
Yeah.
Drinking coffee?
Drinking coffee and
Wrapping your water.
wire.
Hilarious.
You bet, baby.
I asked him, so how do you plan on doing that?
One hand.
One wrap at a time. One cup at a time.
One cup at a time, baby. The only way I'm going to get this done if I got a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I had no idea how that intro is going to look.
You can redo it, I suppose, if you don't like it.
It's fine, I think.
Isn't this fun?
I enjoy watching
Is the motor getting hot at all, or?
Nah, ice cold. It ain't doing any work.
Well,
Once
I
it's
just-
going, it's just going, you know?
Yeah, if it has to be, I think mostly coasting, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, this is awesome. This is not bad at all. You don't have no idea what's going on until you get to the counter, and then it's like, whoa.
How do you do your
Oh, I didn't say what gauge it was though.
30 gauge.
No, it's too late. I mean, I'll have to just tag it in there maybe.
You can put one of those little,
I'll put a little tab on it.
put a little text thing on top of the video like you do sometimes.
Yeah.
When you make mistakes and you go back and correct them later. I've seen a few of those.
Up to you.
And then how do I turn your laptop on?
It's on. Just well, you just have to log it in.
I don't understand.
Just click anything, click there, and then you put in the password.
No, not that one.
You gotta be careful because on the screen
What does that mean?
they can see what I'm typing.
We cannot.
Yes, they can. What did you do? Catwalk. What are you doing?
Can you give me a website? Google?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I need to look for my main section of my quote.
Here you go.
That's rural.
Just use this tab.
So, how are we looking even wise now? Do you think we're pretty even?
A little more. Like from here.
Okay.
You just,
About here?
yeah. Yeah, don't go past that for a couple of turns.
Couple thousand turns right now.
4,000.
Okay, and I think I'm ready for a chair sometime, whenever.
Move.
I'll give you
This
freed up.
grease. You can watch that don't dump it.
Yeah, just slide it up. Oh, yeah, that's good. Let me play that in front of you. Take it. Buy a coffee cup. Sorry. It was empty. It was empty. Sorry.
And the coffee cup went flying.
Yeah. Well, better than the club, I'm fine.
Yeah, I agree there.
Okay, well, I don't know how long I can stay awake, but I fell asleep one day winding it at my house.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, I was so chagrined.
You said you could do it in your sleep. Nah,
I said I can practically do it in my sleep.
Sounds like you did it in your sleep.
Oh, I did, but I don't know how long, but at least a couple minutes, I think.
That's hilarious.
Well, it's kind
Maybe
of
that's why
boring.
it's got more wiring on that side.
Yeah, well, it's kind of boring.
It is boring.
Dirty wire. Yeah. Oh, we're not wearing that plastic out of there.
No way.
I don't know.
Not the way it's bouncing around. It's not like it's right.
Yeah,
in
no,
one
I know,
spot
yeah,
now.
but it just has to go up vertically off the top of the spool, otherwise it won't come up off that spool. I found that out the hard way.
Oh, wow, yeah, this is pretty cool. That's pretty. Alright, well, what are you doing with my computer? Because I need that thing. Well,
Computer now?
kind of. I need to go get my charger.
Our evaluation of bushes, everything we're good? You think everything's gonna hold together, or we're not making any funny noises?
No.
You hear
All that
little-
stuff's all fine as long as we tighten everything down.
You hear that little clicking sound? I was driving me crazy. That wire was coming from. I didn't realize it was a wire in the thing, you know?
Yeah.
But it was hitting. When I didn't have a ring around it, it was hitting just
You can hear it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's slapping the leg on the table.
Yeah. I couldn't figure it out. I kept looking. I kept thinking it must be that thing, but it wasn't my thing out there. It took me forever to figure it out.
You almost
Well, it was
can't
that
see it.
and
really.
under my table was dark, and I couldn't see it
No,
under
you
there.
can't see it.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out that whole trick.
Yeah, it's not a bucket, but it's a. Oh yeah, but you know what? That's what they usually do. Those guys that had those other ones, they literally come in a bucket and with a hole in the top. So there's a hole in the top and a bucket. It's basically this.
I didn't know that.
No, I know, but I'm saying, I bet that fit in a 5-gallon bucket just right with a hole in the
I
top.
figured it out the hard way that I needed out of that
Yeah,
thing to hold it
it's coming
stable.
straight out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks even now.
So you want me to start going from end to end now?
Yeah, it
or-
looks pretty even. Just glancing at the way that it's riding.
Okay. It's supposed to have roughly 1,000 turns from one end to the other, but it's really hard to be that patient with it.
I know. I can't even imagine.
I'm not very
surprised you got that far.
I'm not very good at it,
I'm surprised you got that far. I know, that's a lot.
and it shoots over. You try to go steady and just see it's gonna just like
The only thing you can do is get real close, you
Yeah,
know,
but
but
I
even
can't-
if it bulges up and does
my
dumb
arms. I
stuff.
can't take with my arms. But when I extend my arms out like this, I get so tired after a while. I can't do it. I mean, it just.
I mean, it's so fine that it just lays wherever it goes.
And it falls into the lowest valleys, so if you go back and forth, it really comes out pretty even.
And sometimes it rides up onto it makes peaks if you're not careful, you know?
Yeah,
if you
but-
try to hold it in one spot, it wants to build up and then
Oh,
fall over,
yeah.
and that's even worse.
Yeah. But it's not too bad, really. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, do you think?
Oh, you can't tell. Like literally, you almost can't even tell. You are? You got everything you want?
I ordered.
You did? It's basically 200 RPM.
Seems faster than that, but I guess it's just
It's
because
200 on the dot. It's 200.5.
I guess it's just because the
It's so-
diameter is so
it's
big.
so big, yeah.
And you see eating up wire so fast.
You sitting on the floor?
It's not that still.
One side
Did you bring my phone out?
of the house.
My phone's in my purse. I think it's still by the front door.
It took me, I think, about 27 or 32 hours to wind what we started with tonight. But I didn't do it all in one sitting. I was
Right, yeah.
did it over quite a few days. But at first I was having all kinds of trouble, so I got like hardly no progress the first day.
Yeah.
And I spent hours and hours. Then my wire tangled up because I didn't know you had to take it off the top like this. And I tried to take it off the side with that spool there laying on its side on the
Yeah.
roller. The wire got all tangled up, and I had to cut off a bunch of wire. I lost like 2.5 pounds of wire. It was just a huge tangle. At one point I had 13 or 14 ends to my spool.
Oh
And I
my.
couldn't figure out which was the real end. So I finally had to take and scrape them all bare and use an O-meter to find out which one was the real end. And then I had to keep unwinding the ones that were the false ends until I finally got them all off of there. It took me
Wow.
hours and hours to get the spool untangled, but I didn't want to waste the whole spool of wire.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, I had a really tough learning curve on that thing.
Very frustrating.
Yeah, I was starting to lose hope at the very beginning. And wound up again. Tied up, tangled up, wound up. Pick up Radio Australia. I think we're gonna pick up Radio Mars. Alright. It was a joke, buddy.
these. You need your glasses?
No. Your hard drive, I think I laid it on a box in the garage.
Oh, you brought it back down?
No, was that what you handed to me when you asked me to slip in the van earlier?
No. This was just a little bit ago.
Oh. No, I didn't touch it.
Only when you get bored or tired, and I'll come over and slap you in the face. And whenever you're ready to crash and go to bed, then you let me know.
If you wanted to bring me a cookie or something later,
Oh,
that would
cookie.
be good. That would be good.
You get a cookie, man.
I think I can bring you a
I
cookie,
should
but
ship you some cookies.
I need to watch your weight. Remember?
Now you're on a diet.
Yeah, well, all right.
How about you eat some fruit and then get 2 cookies? That's my rule of thumb.
Eat some fruit and
You
get two
your fruit
cookies.
and then your order with 2 cookies, huh?
Yep.
I don't think that sounds too dietetic somehow or another.
I reward myself. If I drink 2 cups of water, I give myself a little cup of soda.
That's cool.
No, Alan. We haven't really had time either, though. I haven't.
I haven't had time to look at it either. We've both been kind of busy.
But we're just trying to. That was like brute force testing. We just want to see what we can see.
We're going to do a much more scientific approach this time. Russ is going to put 5,241 batteries on there, and we're going to see if we can blow it up.
5,221.
Or something like that.
Precisely.
I don't know how many batteries you got over there, but you got a wad of them.
216.
216 batteries?
And then plus yours, we got another 80
Yeah.
something. If we really wanted to.
I really don't think we should shoot for that high voltage. I'm thinking we
4,000,
should try with-
5,000,
I think we should play with around 300, 400, 500 volts.
300 probably, yeah.
Yeah, 300 volts sounds good to me. I mean, especially starting with all these extra turns on there, there's going to be a lot more kickback on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're closer to where we want to be.
Yeah. It seems like the table's rocking quite a bit. Do you think we're good, or?
Yeah, it's fine. I got the 2x4 on there, but
Yeah, I know you do. It's not rocking off the 2x4s, is it?
no, I got bolts in there so it can't fall off.
Okay.
I mean, it can't actually
What did you do?
fall
Have your
off.
wife stick those under there while you lifted it up, or?
Yeah.
I was gonna help you do that.
You were too busy making 2 filled up coffee.
Yeah, too full. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Hey, none of that.
That was a mistake.
None of that being sorry stuff.
Yeah, I got it. This is kind of fun, but it's also kind of boring, but it's really fun seeing a coil that big, though.
It's ridiculous. Actually, I need a picture from this angle. This is a good angle. I just can't get everything in it though. Even then. See if I can get it in there. I need to go the other way a little bit. Go down a little bit. Let's see. Let's see the reflection. There we go. Yep, there's a heat on there.
The EMF could be over 10,000 volts. Yeah, we know that.
That's the point.
You know, I don't even have anything close to measuring, being able to measure this much inductance.
I think that 1 meter I got will do it.
We'll go to over,
It's cheap.
we'll go
but
over
it run-
2,000.
I
I think this is gonna be over 2,000 Henrys.
think his was only 16.
Yeah, but that was that big one.
16,000.
Yeah.
No, the big one was 40. It was only 40 Henry.
Oh, okay.
But this
I
one
think
was
this
somewhere
one-
around 16,000.
Like I said, I think this is gonna be more than 2,000 Henrys. I don't know. Well, those cheap meters usually don't go like 20 Henrys or.
I have to look it up, but I think it goes. It's a really strange one. It's the only one that ever measured water capacitors correctly, and I think it did it through a totally different frequency scanning algorithm or something. It's like homemade almost.
Well, that's cool. If you got one that'll do it.
Well, we'll try it. We'll see what it does.
Mag wire coating is only 300 volts. But what we rely on is the fact that there's multiple layers. So if you get 200 layers, it's 300 volts each layer, then you get more voltage rating. The magnet wire itself is only rated at about 300 volts.
You're comfortable that we're on the floor? Yeah, if the hole was lower, if the hole was right on top of here, I think it would be better.
You want to try to stop it and reconfigure, or
No.
you know, slide your fingers down and see what happens? I can't feel any difference.
I can tell there's a difference.
Whatever you do, don't snag the wire.
Much better down here, I think.
Okay. I can put it slapping.
But no, it's right in the outside of that, but the whip, it's not whipping so hard.
Okay.
It was almost like a resonant point where it had another whip in it,
You
you know?
should have seen when I was whipping that.
Oh, I bet that circle was going like, you had no idea.
I gave a whole new meaning to the word flatulation. I'm telling you.
I don't even think we made a little crack off this thing yet.
No, it takes a while. I mean, we're talking at least 7 or 8 hours here, buddy. I mean,
I know, it's just crazy.
yeah.
Let's see.
It feels good to be winding again.
Yeah, for sure. I took some super slow motion. I'll have to show you later.
Okay.
But it's actually, I think what you're feeling is this tab right here.
Just snagging on it.
Yeah. Does that feel any different than that?
Do it again. That's good. That's where we
Because I think if I take those two out, it won't be like that. Then it'll be real smooth. Just make
Because
sure
you don't
it's
snag it while you're taping it. And,
bouncing.
yeah. Oh, that was a bad snag.
My head.
Almost broke the wire.
So we stop it, I'll take the other side. Okay, now let's see if I can copy
I can't read the counter from the same. What do we have to do?
it. 81.
8,100?
Yeah.
Woo, buddy.
Almost 10 grand already.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No.
What
What time did we start? Did anybody know the time when we started?
It was like 11:30 or something?
I got no.
You went outside to get coffee.
I
It was
got no
22
clue.
after.
Okay. And when
But
I
you
was
said
gone-
you had 7 minutes.
Well, I guess
So it's about 11:30 something.
Okay.
So somewhere in there.
I was just curious.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
So we've done 8,000 turns in how many minutes? What time was it now?
30 minutes, let's say. It's just 8 after, so.
Well, how come we
30,
doing
35,
16,000 an hour?
Because your math is wrong? I don't know.
200 divided by 60.
200 divided by 60.
20 divided by 6.
200
is 18.
divided by 6.
3 point something, right? 3.8 or 3.3 or
Yeah, 3.3
3 point what?
3.3 repeating.
Okay, 3.3. So 3.3 times 3,600.
11,900, 12,000 basically.
Okay. So 8,000 in 30 minutes can't be right. We must be going to leave these 40 minutes.
Well, you're in a pretty big diameter.
Diameter doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it's wiry. It's turns.
It's the number of turns.
Well, we're at 200.
So when we do 12,000, we'll mile for an hour, right? So when that counter gets to 12,000, we'll mile for an hour.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So it's probably right.
So when it gets to 12,000, we'll see what time it is, then we'll know what time we
It
started.
should be pretty, yeah, it should be pretty close, because it's sitting right at 200. Oh, I have to start a new year. I need a new folder.
Yeah, it is 2018 for the past 12 days.
Oh. How about that?
Oh, it's not longer than 12, it's the 13th, isn't it? Saturday the 13th.
Yeah.
So it's been 200 RPM, we have 200 RPM, 12,000 an hour, that's right, I knew. So 8,000 be 40 minutes.
How do I change the new folder?
Like video of that day of like Indiana weather. Like he's all bundled up in winter coat and like 3 layers of clothes, goes outside, it's like 60 degrees, and so he goes inside and it's not like a t-shirt, shorts and baseball cap, comes like out and it's snowing.
That's pretty funny video.
So,
But,
did they get a big ice storm in Cincinnati tonight, or
I don't know.
did you check that?
Yeah.
I looked, to see what it's doing, I looked at usweatherradar.com or Cincinnati Weather Radar, but for this report, just do weather in Cincinnati, or I don't have any particular site I look at. Somebody somewhere should know if we got ice in Cincinnati or not. Oil winding marathon, that's right.
Well, you're out of it right now, so see what it says otherwise.
Oh, that's, so that storm's passed by
Yes,
fast?
storm's passed.
Oh, that's good. My wife was worried sick about it.
I bet, yeah.
Am I doing okay, boss?
Now I have to drill you. No, I presume yes.
I'm happy we're whining again.
Yeah! I clean up this mess and bring that giant magnet in here.
You got those brushes fixed yet?
That's what I'm gonna do now that we got y'all set up. Took me 2 days to get y'all set up.
Yeah, well,
That's a lot to get all this going, but we had to
we
do a lot.
We had to
fix
reinforce the
this.
ends, yeah.
We had to fix your finagle mistake you did there.
Yeah, my big boo-boo.
What the heck were you thinking? That still makes me laugh.
Three
Yeah.
8mm nylon bolts
Yeah.
threaded into the edge of a PVC.
Yeah.
What?
And I hand ropes, they weren't drilled
What?
good either.
What are you thinking? That was like, I mean, you didn't even glue them.
Didn't
You
even
didn't even put glue
Well,
on
I might have to take the ends off, and I knew if I glued it, there'd be no hope, so I just said, oh, well, I'm just gonna see what happens with the bolts. But you know what, I didn't really realize, I mean, that sounded like, okay, I thought I was gonna put 138 pounds of wire on it, right?
Right.
I thought, oh, that isn't that much. I just had no clue how much that really was. I mean, I was like, brain dead about it.
That's a lot.
I mean, when you picked up the coil the first time, you realized, hey, this is a little flyweight coil.
It's a lot. Lots of weight.
That's crazy. Oh, apple. This is my case I'm starving. I got banana chips out there too. That stuff makes my stomach hurt though. I did have screws in here. I knew I had some somewhere.
I told you got something.
Okay, let's see. I can plug back my scope in now. So I have my laptop.
I don't know, the magnetic flux coming off this coil might be, sending signals.
To the moon. I'm gonna go
Somebody
get
said I could pick up Radio Australia. I said maybe I could pick up Radio Mars. Wings me.
Well, I can't really find any,
Okay.
like, current conditions.
What is the? Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll call my wife in the morning and see how she's doing.
Must have had,
I know they had a lot of rain and then it turned to snow, but I don't know if it ever turned to ice or whether they just got by with snow or what.
here I can find.
You realize, Russ, that it's going to be pretty difficult for us to turn this bowl back up on end again when this is done.
You're thinking too far ahead, man.
You just accused me before not thinking.
No, not thinking and thinking too far ahead are two totally different things.
Okay.
That's like, hey man, we're on a boat. What happens if it sinks?
Yeah, okay, alright.
Don't worry about that when it starts sinking. Right now,
Yeah. Right
right
now,
now we ain't dead yet.
right now we're still whining.
I think we get it. We got it with those caps on there now.
Yeah,
And then I got some wood. We'll set it on the end.
yeah. No, we can set that up. It's just gonna be heavier.
But you gotta remember
It's gonna be a lot heavier.
that
Now we can.
that doesn't really support anything. So we still have to be real careful with it.
Right,
Because the caps will still blow off the ends, really.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
shift. Or, I mean, it's helpful, but it's not like, yeah, it's not like we had, with the steel shaft in there, it's better though.
snowfall Friday afternoon.
10 grand.
Friday afternoon
We're about exactly at the right calculation.
to Saturday. Obnoxious.
Told you I'd drive you crazy.
Nick was giving me a weather report from Cincinnati and he wouldn't even let me read it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Thank you, Nick.
See, you can say the name right. I need a box. I need a tool box for my miscellaneous stuff here. I don't want it on this table.
Let's get this order.
Yes, sit in my chair. Oh, you can't.
I'd let you sit mine, but it's occupied.
Might go inside a little bit.
That's fine. We should quit at some point soon because otherwise we'll be deadbeats tomorrow. I'm just trying to clean this shenanigans up. It's a mess.
Watch the box.
You just
Box.
take my box.
Ah!
Fix it.
Your box.
Thank you. If you snag my wire and break it, I'm gonna be aggravated.
I must agree with this statement. That's okay. Before you can stop that coil, I'll be long gone.
Yeah, you aren't gonna stop that coil quickly. I don't care what you do. What I did when it broke, I turned the motor off, but I just put my hand on it and just
Keep the wire taut.
yeah, just let it wrap around until it finally stops.
See how we twist it out. Nice. Solder. Oh yeah,
I do think it might be better with the lower like that when you lowered that hole, the hole in the cardboard.
Better?
Yeah, it's better.
Because it made like a double whip. You know,
Yeah.
it was whipping twice, trying to do something.
The acceleration of that wire coming up off that spool is actually pretty incredible because it's going from a dead stop to full speed in just a short amount of
Whipping
distance.
out of that thing,
Yeah.
We're gonna put a little cot out here. I can sleep out here. Lay out here with you while you work.
Yeah.
Rest my eyes.
You might have to do that anyway. There, at least I got some stuff put away.
That is not gonna hold you all done.
Sure it will. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna end up moving that table into this corner, so all this needs to go somewhere else. So there we go.
It smells nice.
Oh, thanks. Glad somebody smells nice. Might as well be me, I guess.
I can't hear what you guys are saying.
We're just mumbling
I'm
nonsense
just
at each other.
talking to my husband.
Okay, that's cool. All right, well, I don't need to hear. I just, I have tinnitus. You know what that is? When it's ringing in your ears, and so the ringing in my ears drowns out other sounds.
My
And-
dad has that. One of his ears.
And it's like really frustrating because you want to hear. I mean, I don't think it's a matter of being nosy. It's just like if people are around and you want to hear what they
Yeah.
say. And And a lot of times I can't tell the word, I can't distinguish the word because of the ringing, and so it's like really frustrating. And then people, a lot of times people get irritated if you ask them, what was that?
Yeah, she does that to me all the time. When I ask,
That's
what's
you should
that?
hear.
What's that?
You don't have ringing in your ears.
Maybe it's ringing in his brain.
Now I just got a bunch of loose bolts, man. Am I the only hot person? I am sweating.
I'm freezing.
I'm a little warm, but
No, I'm gonna crack the door.
No.
My wife,
you're gonna drive her away.
will be fine. Are you gonna go lay down?
So, midnight.
Yeah. You should, because somebody needs to be awake eventually.
It's a little past midnight, right?
Yeah, it's a little past 12. Still 12:30.
So, we're almost at 12 grand, and it's 23 after. So, we're right on schedule as far as your math works for 12,000.
Well, I'm glad to hear that math hasn't failed in the last 24 hours.
At least not for you, anyway.
Good to know that some things in the universe are still working.
Yeah.
Only a handful. But they are.
Only a handful.
Yes, I would know.
I hope we didn't drive you away.
Oh, no. I don't know if somebody could get up and I gotta be somewhat awake.
Okay.
We gotta finish laundry and finish Elijah's room tomorrow.
Alright, then, that's Grease.
So maybe in 3 or 4 days, you think you could go up here and close in with one of your loads of
Yes,
laundry?
you could even do it tomorrow or
Well,
whatever
I
day
don't
you
have
do.
very many dirty clothes
Okay.
yet, but
Yeah, just let me know when you need it washed and I'll save a load.
I mean, if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, it's a lot of trouble, but we'll
So
do it
much
for
trouble.
you. Only for you, man. No one else deserves it, but you, man, you wrapping that coil, we'll take the shirt right off your back while you're doing it.
Alright. If you're taking my shirt, how come you gave me a shirt tonight?
That's what I said.
You look sleepy.
Very tired. My eyes hurt.
I'm tired too. You think you could bring me something before you go to
I
bed?
can. What kind do you want?
Yeah, I was gonna go get you some too, but beat me to it. Alright, I'm gonna put this scope on the ground before I put that magnet box up here and blow everything to pieces.
So I have a question for you, Russ.
Go for it.
Just curious, but how did you get your two magnets stuck to those two pieces of aluminum without smashing yourself?
It's all in the live stream.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Pieces of wood,
Yeah.
got this far apart. I put them on a piece of wood like that.
Yeah.
I just slid them together. Slid them like this.
How'd you keep them from banging into each other?
There's like this much wood between them.
Oh,
I slid them together so that they were attracted.
facing in.
And then I slid them down that wood with shims
Thank you.
all the way to the point where I slid them onto that aluminum.
Split them down a little bit shims.
Yeah, like that. So it got, the closer they got, the harder it was to move. Eventually I was actually banging it. I got it like started on the metal,
Yeah.
and then I just stood back and I went, boom! And I just pushed it against the wood, you know,
You
against
weren't
the
afraid
metal.
of fracturing the magnets?
No, because they got that aluminum between them. If it was magnet to magnet, I'd be a little concerned. But since they were magnet against aluminum against magnet, I had some gap in there,
Yeah.
so I wasn't worried. But yeah, no, if I had just the magnet, I'd be a little I'd be a little more concerned, yes.
So, you saw how I had that roll of wire packed when I sent it to you?
Right.
Do you think it's possible that we can pack this similarly
Yeah.
if and when you decide to ship it back to me?
I'm gonna ship it back to you.
I know you said you were, but I just was wondering how we were gonna pack it, or...
I like the way you put it in your car. I'll pack it like that.
Yeah.
Get that foam and pack it around there nicely like that.
Oh, yeah.
That
And
worked
then-
real well.
And then just mark the side up on the box so that they shipping over.
Yeah, I'd ship it like that probably,
Yeah,
rather than standing
Yeah.
vertical.
Yeah.
It sat better that way.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
can
the
mark it.
weight would be supported on the wire then.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm going to, yeah.
I was just
When
curious.
the other one arrives, I'm sending that one and your batteries back to you, so that you can continue.
I want to do a bunch of tests.
Yeah, exactly. 12 grand. 28 after. I bet it's pretty close.
Yeah,
Because we started out slow.
alright.
So,
Well, we've done 12,000 turns already tonight, that's good. Earlier today, I didn't think we would get any done today.
That nice that one.
Yeah.
huh? Alright then, go get yourself upstairs and I'll tuck you in.
Maybe you could do a little.
I'm gonna try to figure out these brushes. What, Richard?
I was telling your wife she could do a little experiment. You could go get one of those robots and put it in bed and go hide in the other room. Go hide in the other room. See if you noticed. So, just an idea.
Just an idea.
I'm full of all kinds of
It's just an idea.
That's a good idea. You wanna have a robot here?
You're a mess.
Give you a robot.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
That was a good one. Alright, Richard, don't get too late.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll be sleeping.
Yeah. I only have a few days here and I really want to do this.
Oh, no. I hit a button on the store, honey.
Oh, it's okay. I'll be up in a few minutes. Is that gonna take you a while?
What?
No, probably there. Whoa. You got it?
Yeah. Slipped out of my hand.
Cooking problems.
No,
No,
my hand.
straight to the big. No, I wanted the cookie.
No, my hand was cramping and I tried to relax it and when it did, it slipped out of my hand.
Well, if all else fails, hit this switch.
Okay.
That'll just power the whole thing down.
It's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
You did. That's okay.
Uh-oh, what?
Nothing. Going to, I'm pulling this video and export it so I can upload it. Start.
Yeah, like reflexes. I didn't like my jump. I was a klutz, let it out of my hand. That did wake me up.
Woke me up too.
Have the brush arms that long as those brushes, they need to be a lot stiffer than that.
Those are okay, but these are terrible. Those are like real. I triple checked those. Yeah, they're really smooth.
But those other two there,
They're terrible.
They need to be a lot stiffer.
I need to just make
A supporting bracket and then have a little brush on the end of
something
it.
totally different.
Yeah. Okay. I just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah, no, I know they're bad.
You're gonna 3D print some plastic brackets, and then you can just put the
Brushes on the end.
the brass piece on the end of it with a brush.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Because the brass will give it the springiness, and the 3D plastic will be nice and firm, and you can make it any shape you want. And your printer is so good, it doesn't take that long to print it.
No, it crank them out pretty fast. I could probably do that faster than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot faster than making metal and machining and all that. As they say on chat, IMO.
UMO?
IMO, in my opinion.
You are only your opinion.
Yeah, you know.
No. Because I don't do Star Wars. It's
Yeah,
gotta be Star Wars.
you don't do that.
It's gotta be.
No,
There was some Back to the Future quote. Then I can take care of it.
Okay, I don't know if I know any Back to the Future quotes.
Great Scott!
Yeah, great Scott.
1.21 gigawatts!
Yeah.
And when you got like those are the two easy ones.
Chicken? Are you chicken McFly?
There you go. There you go.
Are you in McFly? Or are you in chicken?
Are ya?
Chicken.
Okay.
I send you back to the future. Yeah, you did not. You did send me back to the future, but I'm back from the future.
Oh, good stuff, man. Alright. Go talk to my wife then.
Alright. I'll probably not be going anywhere anytime soon.
Man, that's a big coil.
It is. It's getting bigger by the minute.
Let's see. I'm exporting that video. I'm gonna upload it.
Okay.
When it's done exporting, and I hit the upload button, then I can crash. You can go ahead and refile it.
Okay. Not too much longer, maybe another half hour or so. We wanted to get it all on today, but it took us too long to get it ready to go. And Russ had to go to the grocery store and had to go take his kid to school and had to go pick his kid up from school and just one thing after another. Yep, tomorrow's another day. Alright, good night, Heidi. Not very long.
Nope. As soon as this is done, we can go to bed.
Okay. You want me to knock off now or?
So it's got 18 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
So I'll start uploading it, see if it crashes that.
What's our count at?
15.
15?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's
moving along. You could probably hit 20 by the time this is over easy.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We get 20 in today. I didn't think we were gonna get any of that for a while.
I know. We were slowing down. Things were happening.
Yeah, but you got groceries, that's good.
Yeah, we had to. Otherwise we wouldn't be eating. Oh man.
What happened?
Set screw went flying.
Into the magnet?
I got it. Yeah, into the magnet.
Wonder why?
I don't know, maybe because things attract.
Jaime said he had to go to bed at 5 a.m. there where he is.
I've seen that.
Where does he live?
Canada.
Canada. Oh.
More towards the New York side of things.
It must be way east of New York because New York is only 3 hours difference. So he's an hour further east.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's over there somewhere.
Yeah. It's only 3 hours difference from here to the East Coast. So he has 4 hours difference because it's almost 1 o'clock here, right?
Yeah. Well, it's only 12:30, but 12:43.
Yeah.
But yes.
So he's probably 1 hour east of New York. One time zone east of New York. I never made a coil this big before, Russ.
It's ginormous, man. Like, look at it.
I know.
I mean, it took you like a week to wrap the thing.
I know. Well, you can see why now.
I know why. But to really see why, you can really see why.
You can see why my arms were getting tired.
I know. If you can hold them against you like that, you're alright, I guess.
A lot better. Well, first when I first started doing it, I was holding them way out. And, man, I was getting cramps and aches and pains everywhere.
I bet you were. I can only imagine.
So you don't have to do that funky over, down, around, and up with the plastic. You can just make the plastic go straight over and then just have a short little and down and then have a little short little finger on the brush going straight down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to do something with that, with a plastic,
Yeah,
right?
you can just screw it to your wood, screw the plastic right to the wood, the plastic come over and down, and then just have a little short little finger on it.
I can put it in the side here, like this one.
Yeah, but you don't have to, you can put it in the top, unless you want to have the top flat for some reason.
It's closer, even closer than the other.
Yeah. Harder to drill into the side maybe, I don't know, maybe not.
Let's see what I can roll up.
We get some noise over here.
It's moving like it was before, but
Hot glue broke loose.
huh?
Big hot glue broke loose.
I don't think it's spinning. It can't because of those bolts, but
No, but I mean, that's the reason it's making noise is because the hot glue cracked loose.
possibly. Want to stop it?
It's dangerous.
No.
It's going okay.
I don't think it's gonna hurt it, but we can't glue it. Stop it! Stop
Yeah,
it!
stop it, stop it.
piece of tape on there to hold it over. What happened? Did it slip out?
Slipped out of my hand again.
Getting tired.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's,
Maybe we'll take one.
you can only imagine. This one hold it over.
What about
You got
here?
the-
You want to put a piece of tape on there?
Where's the end of it? There? Okay.
No, we gotta keep going this way.
That one.
I got it.
Hold on then. Then let me take this after all. Fine, fine, just fine, Aunt B. Alright. Okay. Now we got that settled. I got the coil. Just make sure it keeps coming off.
This happened to me one time at home too.
Yeah, I'm gonna glue that again on the outside.
What?
I'm gonna glue that on the outside with hot glue.
Okay.
A little better.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Alright.
Alright, now you got that half. I'll pull a few turns off. Let's hand wrap it and get it tight. There's a little,
One or two more turns maybe. Okay, that's good.
now,
I'll feed it on, you just...
we should turn that off.
Oh, it's only a few turns, Russ. I know anything else. 20 turns out of 253,000.
Our time's gonna be off. Watch it, kink. I don't want to kink it.
We're good. We're back in. We're back where we were now.
Alright, let's see this glue.
I'll just put a piece of tape on here and we'll continue in the morning. There we go. Good. How many we do? 16,000? That's not bad. 16,700.
16.7?
Yeah.
16 probably?
Oh, we did 16,700.
Oh, 700.
Yeah. So you're gonna re-glue this? Do you think this is what broke loose? Or?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
What I was concerned about was the nose that broke.
Yeah, chaps, we're tired. I think we're gonna knock off in here in a few minutes. Or actually, I think I'm gonna stop winding now.
Yeah, I'll say you get some rest because you're up past me. I want to wait for that,
Okay.
but you're on a different time.
Yeah, I am. But we got a good amount done today.
Yeah, we
and
did.
I got the coil pretty evened out, I think.
Are you past the? Oh yeah, okay. I was wondering how far you were to that hole, but
I think I'm pretty even now across.
it looks pretty even.
What do you think?
It actually looks like you got more there now.
Well,
Oh well, let me turn it because sometimes the way it looks. That does. It looks like you got from here to here it built up a tiny bit more.
well,
See the holes?
Yeah.
You're over the holes here, not there.
All right. Well,
It's hard to see.
It is. I'll try to even it up a little bit more tomorrow, or you can wind if you want to.
I'll work on this stuff.
Okay.
You can take the less boring job.
Yeah, the less boring part. Well, we made a dent in our roll. It's down some. You know, it was almost out there near to the edge.
It's so much fire.
I know. That's crazy.
And you're putting it all on one giant spool. It's
Good night,
ridiculous.
sausage. What?
Yeah, it really does make a difference, though. You can see how it's overlapped. and you can see like a whole bunch of gaps in there, which means
I know it's hard. It just won't go even. I mean, you need a mechanical arm to move
right against the tip.
And I thought about making one with a stepper motor and a thing to do 1,000, 1,000 in and then 1,000 back, but
even
I was
with the
too
other
anxious. I was too anxious to get winding, and I didn't do it.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered a whole lot because even with the with that other one, that winder I got, it wasn't that precise either. Because when they wind the other one, they're gonna wind it with a pitch.
Yeah.
Because they wind it like what's that rolls on.
Right.
So it comes out. Because it comes off. So at a pitch, it has room to come free. Where if it was tight, it wouldn't come off like that.
Right.
And that's
What's the
so
pitch?
he's
Do you
gonna,
know what pitch
I
they're
told him
gonna
I was gonna put. Well, I'll know the pitch, so that's good.
use? You don't know what it is now, though.
I'm gonna tell him because when it gets to the outside, it changes.
Well,
The inside versus the outside, the pitch changes because as the diameter goes, you got to go differently.
because they want to make it tapered.
Well, no, I'm saying like
These are tapered. You know that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like the pitch from the inside to the outside is going to change
Why?
because of the diameter. You have to wrap it faster. Like the way I forgot.
You mean from the inside? You don't mean from the one edge to the other. You mean from the center of the roll out to the outer part of the roll. The pitch changes. Oh, okay.
And so what I'm going to do is say, well, what is the outside pitch where it'd be close to like perfect, and just start there and wrap the whole thing like that. So the inside, because they won't change it on the fly. They're just going to wrap the whole thing. So if they start with the pitch that they're going to end with, then I'll know the pitch is the same the whole way through. Whatever that is. So whatever they tell me that is. Because they have to have like at least a 5 or 10 or 20, whatever, because they'll start bunching up on them if they're not careful.
Yeah.
And that would be bad.
Yeah.
Because it'll just wrap too much in one spot, get all screwed up, and then it's worse. It's better to kind of go like that.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, but
If you think I can modify my technique somehow to do better, I mean, I'm willing to try.
I was just
See, when
noting
along,
it because it's going to add it'll add a lot more capacity.
I mean, I've watched it for countless hours, and I'm going along, and I'll be going, and then all of a sudden it'll just jump back, and I can't even figure out why it does it.
It's just how the wire is. It's just a pain in the butt. But what I'm saying is like it like
Yeah, I know it's not
it
perfect.
adds capacitance.
I know, and
So we just need to like kind of know that.
and it decreases the magnetic coupling from one turn to the next.
Right.
I know it's terrible.
I wonder how much that really affects it.
I don't know. I wish I really knew what the Newman effect is or was, or you know.
Well, I mean, obviously he hand wrapped all his stuff, so
yeah. So maybe we're as good as him.
probably. You know what I mean?
His coil looked awful good, though. I looked at that one that he made for the patent office. From what I
but
could tell.
if you coat this one, oh well. Yeah, but look at this and look at that one.
Yeah.
It looks pretty well. So you can.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
you're
you might
gonna
be able to
tell.
tell the difference. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Even that one.
Yeah.
Even that one looks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
You can't tell that one's spiral wound. Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't tell. So even on his, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
Well, time can change, so.
Yeah.
It'll be the same time we wake up.
I wussed out on you. Sorry.
I'm just glad the wire didn't break.
Yeah.
I need to put that on the other side. So when I'm over here messing around, I can just go over here and flip the switch.
Yeah. The wire is actually pretty darn sturdy.
Yeah.
And
Even for as small as it is.
yeah,
it's-
I mean, you could break it, okay? You could snap it. But
yeah.
But I mean, like, I just let it guide, and even though it was twisting around the axle, I just let it smooth in,
yeah.
and I slowed the thing down with my hand after you killed the power, and then we were able to unwind it, and it was fine. It wasn't even kinked or anything.
No, it was fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened to me a couple times at my house where I wrapped it around the axle. And I found out I could unwrap it. And like three times though I did break the wire, but that was before I figured out this.
Yeah, I was saying that if you had that sucker spinning,
Yeah,
you'd have a mess on the floor.
yeah. Oh, well, but
Because that'd be spinning as much as this.
before I had this hole with the containment in the hole in the thing,
Yeah.
and it was flopping all around, it would snag on me and then it would just break. Because when it was flapping so violently that it would just,
it would rip it out of your hands.
well, it would actually physically break the wire.
Yeah.
And I broke it like 3 times. There's like 3 solder joints in there somewhere hidden in the roll.
I can't see it.
I know, it's perfect.
I would have guessed Newman had a few of those himself.
I don't know. I don't know if he did or not.
I wonder how many of these he wrapped. I know he wrapped at least probably 10. I know at least because there's a bunch that aren't documented.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, even the stuff online, there's a small one that's about this big that's made of like
So this
bigger
is our
wire.
new edition right here, right?
No, this one.
Oh,
This hole.
oh, yeah.
That's the end of your other one.
Okay.
That's the start of the next one.
I'll be interested to do a splice together and see what our final resistance reading is after we finish this roll. And I want to back calculate the weight from that.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't get to that one.
Right.
Oh, I stepped on that one before I stepped on that one.
You're right.
Frogs.
I think I'm gonna go take a nap.
All right, you can use your phone light to see if you want.
Oh, I don't have a light on my phone. I don't think.
Yeah, I'll be right back. well, I'm just gonna sit here and eat some yogurt and wait for this to export, and then I'm gonna work on that. But we always aim to bring joy to people. Sometimes that means refreshing our packing, but never our yogurt. We're all pretty happy with it. Whatever that means. I got a different brand. Yogurt really helps my stomach get settled. I got a different brand here. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna turn this projector off. I don't need it on anymore. Oh, it's done exporting. I'm gonna watch it. See how it looks. Then I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna upload it with the stream running because I want to see if it kills it. Or if its upload is terrible or what. This video is hilarious. It's just so quiet.
How does that feel, Richard? Feels awesome. Feels awesome. What we got in there? 95, 94 in the ish pounds? Well, we had 94, yeah, so I don't know how much we added, but at least a few ounces. A few ounces. Well, we added almost two grand of turns on here. We got over 100 to make. 82,000 so far. I don't know how much we got. Well, we have. I was shooting originally for 234,000 turns.
Let's see, I'm gonna try uploading it because otherwise I'm gonna be waiting really long. Oh, we're live. Imagine that. Alright, let's see how slow or fast this is, and let's see if it kills the stream. I only had 7 dropped frames. Alright, it says 19 minutes. 21 minutes.
The stream is still cooking away, I guess. However, I'm gonna stop the stream, call it a night. Peace out, everyone, and see if this thing speeds up. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll continue wrapping this thing. Maybe I can get you a different camera angle if you want it. It's not a bad angle. But I'm gonna upload this and yeah, let her eat, I guess. Woohoo! Thanks for watching. Peace out.